Namaskar, good evening, everybody, and thanks for tuning in on this Sunday evening. It's indeed a pleasure and a great honor also to have CM with us this evening. In fact, we are having this live session at a time when there is all around us, there is a kind of negativity and a gloomy situation. So we would try and find out some path to positivity. While starting that, I'm reminded of an incident maybe 4 5 years ago when I had the privilege of addressing a large European audience on a topic that transition from traditional media to new media. So after I finished my deliberation, I was asked who is my role model in media, who is like the classical role model in as a reporter. So my answer was Sanjay. Everybody was wondering who this Sanjay is. Then I had to narrate them the story of Mahabharata in brief, saying this whole incident that Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Judhishthava, Mameka Pandavastaiva, King Kurvata Sanjaya. How Sanjay narrated this entire incident very objectively and matter of fact. So this matter of factly and objectiveness. Hello.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. So my role today would be that of Sanjay, just passing on your questions to sir who would answer and then possibly disseminate that answer and responses in your language, because we are having a lot of Bengali audience today, viewers today, who would be listening, who are very keen on listening to sir.
Sure.
So I would like sir to give a brief introduction on the topic path to positivity, then I will go to the questions.
Okay. So, greetings to everybody. That much you can understand in English.
Yes, yes. Abhinandan.
And thank you, Abhinandan, yes. And thank you, Ritvik, that you decided to have this. It's a good thing to do for me because positive. Now, like all of you, I am also sitting here in Madnapalli in a lockdown. It's not a imposed lockdown, although the government wants it imposed and so on. But for me, it's a voluntary lockdown. I'll tell you the reason. Some people say, oh, this is a lockdown, we are in isolation, we are not able to go out, we are not able to communicate with society, so we are feeling depressed and negative. I'm saying that for so many years, I didn't have time to sit in one place for more than 2 days, and today I'm taking it as a voluntarily imposed solitude instead of isolation. I'm using the word solitude instead of isolation, so that this whole month and a half, I'm really enjoying myself. So, the solution, positive solution for the state in which we are going through is to know that this is a reminder to us that we cannot depend on anything on this earth. Everything is unpredictable. We thought, the United States of all countries, for instance, thought that they are in the top of the world, that nothing will affect them. Today, how many deaths are happening in the United States? This is I'm not saying it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, of course, but it's a message that nature has given us saying, wake up, everything is unpredictable. There's one thing which is predictable, which is you, which is there. Therefore, the positive way of living in a situation of solitude, I'm deliberately not using the word isolation. Solitude. Why I'm using the word solitude is because many years ago, for hundreds of years ago, in this country, sadhus and sages and yogis have imposed solitude on themselves voluntarily to go into deeper aspects of the mind, of Vedanta, of life and so on. We have got this opportunity now because of a forced situation. I'm saying, why don't we use this situation for positive thinking? And where does the energy for positive come? The greatest message that has come to us from ancient Indian philosophy is that everything is in us. Supreme Being is in us. The energies are in us. In true essence, we are a spark of the Almighty, all-pervading blissfulness. And the word used is Ananda, Satchidananda. So, we are all repositories and treasure houses of happiness and positiveness and energy. What has happened? We have forgotten it because we are always extrovert and depending on outer situations for our happiness. So the first point to start with in positiveness is to try the positiveness in us. Don't even in me. I am only pointing out. I am a pointer. That which I have, because of which you want to ask me to talk, is in every one of you. You have maybe tapped, maybe not tapped, maybe little bit tapped, but it is there. This is the message I want to give, that your positiveness should not depend on any outward circumstances. In fact, to become more positive, people have voluntarily gone into solitude. Right? So this is my message. Now I leave it open.
একটু ছোট করে বলে দিই, উনি যেটা বলতে চাইলেন যারা বাংলায় বোঝার জন্য এই ধরনের একটা অনুষ্ঠান করাতে চেয়েছিলেন,
বাংলা বলছি।
স্যার যেটা বলতে চাইলেন যে আমাদের সকলের মধ্যেই একটা অসম্ভব গঠনমূলক বা ইতিবাচক দিক আছে, উনি যেটাকে পরম আনন্দ বা পরম ব্রহ্ম বলতে চেয়েছেন, সেটা আমাদের সকলের মধ্যেই আছে। কাজেই এই দিকটাকে আমাদের উপর আরোপিত আইসোলেশন বা অন্যদের থেকে আলাদা করে নেওয়া না ভেবে, যদি আমরা আমাদের দেখার দৃষ্টিভঙ্গিটাকে বদলে দিই, আমরা যদি ভাবি যে আমরা স্বেচ্ছাগতভাবে আমরা স্বেচ্ছায় নিজেদের একাকিত্বটাকে বেছে নিচ্ছি, সেটা কেন পুরোনো দিনে যেরকম প্রাচীনকালে সাধু সন্ন্যাসীরা যোগীরাও এই স্বেচ্ছাকৃত ভাবেই এই একটা একাকিত্ব বেছে নিতেন, যাতে আরো বেশি সাধনা ভজনা করে নিজের মধ্যে যে প্রকৃত সত্তা, প্রকৃত শক্তি, এনার্জি, সেইটাকে উপলব্ধি করা যায় এবং সেটাকে পরে বার করা যায় বৃহত্তর ভালোর জন্য। উনি আমেরিকার মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের উদাহরণ দিয়েছেন যে মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের মতো দেশেতেও আজকে এর প্রকোপ পড়েছে। এটা একটা পুরোটাই অনিশ্চিত, অর্থাৎ আমাদের মধ্যে যা আছে তা ছাড়া বাইরের সবটাই অনিশ্চিত, আমরা জানি না কখন কি আসবে। সেই অনিশ্চিতটাকে জয় করার একমাত্র রাস্তাই বোধহয় নিজেদের মধ্যে ডুবে নিজেদেরকেই আবিষ্কার করা, সেই মেসেজটাই উনি দিতে চাইছেন। As I started with an anecdotal incident.
May I do perfect translation?
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you so much. I started with something from Mahabharata. I am again reminded of another thing from Mahabharata. When the Pancha Pandavas were moving up towards heaven, they were suddenly stopped, and somebody came, an emissary from Yamraj. He came and said to Yudhishthir that even you will have to go to hell at least for a day because of that half truth or half lies, Ashutma Hato Iti Gajo. But you are being given an option, you can choose whether to go to hell or heaven first. And Yudhishthira chose to go to hell first because he thought, let me have the pains or pangs of hell and then enjoy the pure bliss uninterruptedly, then I will go to heaven. Like this, in fact, there have been umpteen number of questions which I have received ever since we announced this program. So I have shortlisted and narrowed down on few questions. We will start with questions which have some kind of negative thought first, then we will move towards positivity.
Right.
For instance, Abhishek Ganguly, who is a professional and known filmmaker and creative event organizer, he said that our total career is in jeopardy now because we whatever we do, it involves people, and now we cannot involve people as we would like to have. So we are in a state of complete negativeness and depression and despondency. You tell us and suggested how to get out of this. Same sentiments were echoed by Badal Kanjilal, who is a theatre director, who also says that artistic charms need sequential flexibility, which is obstructed by social distancing and lockdown. So how to come out of it? Shobuj Ponar, another person engaged in filmmaking, television production, and entertainment industry, associate producer of EMRC, he also said how to get positive mindset inside overall negativity. তো এনারা সকলেই যেটা বলতে চাইছেন যে ওনাদের যে কাজের ধরন তার মধ্যে মানুষকে ইনভলভ করতেই হয় এবং মানুষকে ইনভলভ করার ক্ষেত্রে এখন একটা প্রতিবন্ধকতা আছে। কাজেই ওনারা এই পরিস্থিতিতে পজিটিভ বা ইতিবাচক চিন্তা কি করে পাবেন? লেটস হিয়ার ইট ফ্রম স্যার।
Okay, so I hope the people who have asked these questions from Mr. Ganguly onwards, they have heard my introduction, no? Right?
Right, yes.
Right. So,
Yes, they are there.
so keep that in mind. Okay. Now, before the screens are open in a stage, before you go on to put up a play on the stage, and before the shooting of a movie, don't you think there is a period when there is nothing going on except discussions and trying to figure out how to put things together, how to select the roles, how to have the actors, how to have the sound system put in? What there is a period, right? It's the incubation period before the film or the drama or anything comes out. So, can we consider this period instead of feeling depressed and trying to fill ourselves with the spirit that comes in the bottle, which only creates more depression in the morning? Can we sit down and consider this as a period of incubation from where there is certainly a brighter future awaiting us? Because when we are normally engaged in these activities, we don't even have a little time to think. And all action is from the process of thinking. First thinking, then action. This is the right time for us to find out where our faults were when we were already working, how to change it, what to do, because this is bound to open. Please don't think this is going to go forever. Even a virus has a lifespan. Whether you do lockout, you don't do lockout, you treat, maybe more people may die because of that, but the coronavirus will also die. It has also a lifespan, like everything that is born on this earth is going to die. So, this time when we cannot function outwardly and have social distancing, but actually, even though physically we have social distancing, now with the internet we are actually not socially distant. See, now we are meeting each other even though we are not physically touching you. So, this social distancing is a word that has possessed us and we think we are lost. We are not. As long as the internet is there, we are really not distanced. Physically, yes. So, considering all these points, this is the time for us to sit down and sort out, because sooner or later it's going to open up. The amount of quality time that we give to thinking and planning and executing afterwards is going to decide our future. Right? So, I met a businessman the other day who was also in shutdown, and he was both politician and businessman. He was saying, after this opened, there is wonderful scope for making tomato pulp in Madanapalli. I said, were you thinking of tomato pulp? He said, because all the industries are closed, I want to start a big tomato puree manufacturing, and I'm working on the detail. It will take me 1 month to put the blueprint out. So let's think that way. So let's not behave like what Arjuna did before Krishna talked to him. Oh, I can't fight, I have to put down my bow, relatives dying in front. Krishna said to him, what happened to you, my man, my friend? You're okay till now. What's gone wrong with you? These things happen on this earth. You can never change it, but you can face it. And by facing it, it changes by itself. So he said, pick up your bow. Don't behave like a coward. This is the kind of thought that we should have at this moment, and consider this time as a golden opportunity to move forward. Having said that, we should of course feel bad about the people who have died, people who are suffering. So what? So can we do something in the future to prevent such things from happening? There's another question to be. I don't know how. It's a question mark. I think this is a reaction to the environmental damage that has happened and from our habits of not being clean and not even thinking that anytime anything can attack us. So I think this is a incubation period from which I'm sure anyhow you people, the filmmakers and the dramatists from in Bengal are geniuses. I'm sure they'll in this incubation period work something out so that when it's open more creative things will come out. Lot of creativity has come out from Bengal. Why are we going to give up now? Please. My greatest hero, Swami Vivekananda, is from your state.
অর্থাৎ উনি যেটা বললেন আমি নিশ্চিত আপনারাও শুনেছেন যে এই যে সময়টা এই সময়টা হয়তো আপনারা যেটা বলছেন যে মানুষকে ইনভলভ করতে পারছেন না কিন্তু আপনাদের নিজেদের জন্য যে সময় সেই সময়টাকেও কেড়ে নিতে পারছে না অর্থাৎ সেই সময়টায় ওই কোয়ালিটি টাইমটায় আপনারা কিন্তু চিন্তা ভাবনা যে যেরকম একটা ফিল্ম বা সিনেমা তৈরি করতে বা যে কোনো একটা এই ধরনের সৃজনশীল কাজের সঙ্গে যারা যুক্ত তারা যখন একটা সৃষ্টি করেন তার আগের সময়ে কোথায় ক্যামেরা থাকবে কোথায় সাউন্ড হবে কি সাউন্ড হবে এই সব নিয়ে চিন্তা ভাবনার একটা সময় থাকে এই আপনারা যদি ধরে নেন এই সময়টাই ওই সৃষ্টির বা সৃজনশীল কাজের একটা আতুরঘর ইনকিউবেশন যেটা থেকে একটা সাংঘাতিক ভবিষ্যৎ তৈরি হবে যেটা অনেক বেশি সুন্দর হয়ে উঠবে আর কি তো ওই সময়টার জন্যই আমাদের অপেক্ষা করতে হবে কিন্তু এই সময়টাকে অন্য নষ্ট না করে যেটা আমরা সবাই ছোট থেকে শুনে এসেছি যে কোথাও আমার হারিয়ে যাওয়ার নেই মানা মনে মনে অর্থাৎ আপনার মনে মনে কিন্তু আপনি কোথাও হারিয়ে যেতে আপনার মানা নেই even if there is a policy of social distancing আপনি কিন্তু আপনার মনের যে উইংস জানা ওটাকে মেলে আপনি পৌঁছে যেতে পারেন আপনার সৃজনশীলটা শুধু এটা মনে থাকবে লকডাউনটা উঠলেই ওটাকে আপনি একটা স্ট্রাকচার পরিকাঠামো দিয়ে সৃষ্টিশীল পরিকাঠামো দিয়ে বার করতে পারবেন এই বাংলা থেকেই প্রচুর সৃজনশীল লোকজন এমন জন্মেছেন এমন কাজ করেছেন যারা পৃথিবী বিখ্যাত হয়েছেন কাজেই এমন ভাবার কারণ নেই যে পরবর্তী সময়েও এইরকম হবে না another artist there is also assistant commissioner
May I also say something, intrude?
yes sure.
It is this period when after many years I have been able to paint more pictures, write more, try to complete my book on the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. It would never have been possible for me in my schedule to do this. Of course, when it opens up, then it will become translated into external work. Sorry, tell me.
উনিও এই সময়টা কাজে লাগিয়ে ওনার অনেক লেখা শেষ করতে পেরেছেন ফিল্ম দেখতে পেরেছেন অনেক সৃজনশীল কাজে যুক্ত হতে পেরেছেন যেগুলো হয়তো এই সময়টা না পেলে করা হয়েই উঠতো না উনি আপনাদেরকেও বলছেন আপনারা এই সময়টাকে ওইভাবেই কাজে লাগান আর একজন শিল্পী যিনি আবার অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট কমিশনার সেলস ট্যাক্স বিপ্লব রায় উনিও কাছাকাছি একটা প্রশ্ন করেছেন যে হাউ টু ক্রিয়েট
ক্যান ইউ মেক ইট ইংলিশ
Yeah, I'm translating his question in English as well.
Okay.
So Biplab Rai, Assistant Commissioner Sales Tax and an artist in his own right also. He wants to know how to create good artwork for the benevolence of human race when there is everything negative all around me and there is a dark phase.
Yes.
In dark phase, how to create a bright and positive phase.
Even in the spiritual journey, as you proceed, there are dark phases that come, even in spiritual journey, not only now. And some people have called it the dark night of the soul. It is this time when many negative things come up. The person who walks and reaches the goal is one who overcomes it. The person who does not is one who falls from their back. So we should keep this in mind. Every negative thing should be taken as an opportunity to build up something positive. I'm not just using words, it's a fact. I have gone through this myself. You know that when I went to the Himalayas and when I went to Badrinath and Vyasa Gufa and not finding a guru or a teacher or someone to help me, it was a dark night of the soul for me. Because my spiritual journey had started many years before, actually. And then I went to such a level of depression that I thought I will commit suicide. That was a dark night of the soul. But I came out of it. I still had hope. I didn't give up hope. And that hope helped me to find somebody. So we should keep this in mind, that in the darkest recesses of the mind, there is still a streak of light. We need to look for it, find it, and blow it into a bigger fire so that we move forward. And the great thing is, the essence of that light is in us, in our hearts. We don't have to search for it anywhere outside. Find it in your own self. A spark of the divine is in our own heart. And just try to move into that so that you get more strength or more energy, which is why we need to sleep, because in deep sleep we are in touch with that totally restful, supreme reality. When you get up in the morning, you are rejuvenated. So keep this in mind.
বাবু, আপনার জন্য ওনার বার্তাটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের প্রত্যেকেই মনে যেরকম একটা অন্ধকার থাকে, তার মধ্যেই একটা ওই ডিভাইন অর্থাৎ স্বর্গীয় আলোর যে ঝলক বা ঝিলিক সেটা থাকে, ওইটাকেই খুঁজে বার করতে হবে। উনি যখন নিজের একটা সময় জীবনে হিমালয় পর্বতে যোগ সাধনার জন্য বা ট্রুথ সিকিং যাকে বলে সত্য সাধনায় এগিয়ে গিয়েছিলেন, এই সময় ওনারও মন গভীর হতাশায় ডুবে গিয়েছিল, কিন্তু উনি তার মধ্যে থেকেও একটা আশার আলো খুঁজে পেয়েছিলেন। আমাদের সবার মধ্যেই এরকম একটা আশার আলো বা স্বর্গীয় আলোর ঝলক থাকে। ওই ছোট্ট স্পার্কটা থেকেই একটা বড় আলোক রশ্মি তৈরি করে সেইটাকে পৃথিবীর মধ্যে ছড়িয়ে দিতে হবে। আমরা পরের কোয়েশ্চেনে যাব। The next question has come from a young entrepreneur Manish Jaiswal and Chaitali Sengupta, who rightfully says that this lockdown and joblessness might lead to suicidal tendency as it happened during the Great Depression. How can we save ourselves from such thoughts and save people particularly people who are losing jobs?
I don't have a recipe for people who are losing jobs particularly, but what I said as answer to the last question applies here also. The exact mechanism of losing jobs and this I cannot tell you, because I'm not good at that. But the answer that I gave to the previous question applies also here, which is, instead of going to the depression of saying I'll take my life, this is going to end, let's think that there is a bright future when this is past and wait patiently for it to move forward. I think that is the only possibility out here. There is no other possibility. Yes, during the Great Depression many people committed suicide, but then now we're talking in this country which has this rich cultural and spiritual heritage, which the United States did not have during the Depression. We have. So we should go back to the source. Go back to the scriptures, go back to the philosophy, go back to the practice of yoga. We have a lot of rich traditions to lean on, even if everything else is taken away from us. Right? In fact, I'm not saying we should all become sannyasins, but people who become sannyasins, they give up everything to be happy. So let's look at it in that angle. We are not giving up, but it is going away from us. So let us be happy. And Swami Vivekananda lost everything. He did not find a job. He was going every day in the hot Calcutta sun, looking, nobody would give him a job. He had no food to eat at home. Did he give up? You'd say, oh no, I am not Swami Vivekananda. Yes, the spark that was in him is also in you. We need to kindle it. Right? And then, what happened afterwards, after going through this tough time? He became a person worth hundreds and thousands and millions of people look up to. How did he achieve it? Because he had one faith in himself. You should never lose that faith. It's a tremendous thing. It's the Atma which is a reflection of the Paramatma. This is something we need to keep in mind. Jobs, not getting jobs, these are all subsidiary. This is the major thing to keep. Then that will also come. This is my answer. I know how difficult it is. Yes.
অর্থাৎ চাকরি হারানোটা হয়তো খুবই একটা কঠিন পরিস্থিতির সময়, কিন্তু স্যারের মতে এইটা হচ্ছে সবকিছুই গৌণ, চাকরি থাকা না থাকা, অর্থাৎ সবাইকে সন্ন্যাসী হতে হবে না, কিন্তু এই অনুভূতিটা যদি আমরা আমাদের মধ্যে আনতে পারি যে সন্ন্যাসীদের যেমন সবকিছু ছেড়ে দিয়ে তারা সন্ন্যাসের পথ নিচ্ছেন, আমাদের থেকেও হয়তো কিছু কিছু চলে যাচ্ছে, কিন্তু স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের উদাহরণ যদি আমরা দেখি, একটা সময় ছিল যখন উনিও কোনো চাকরি পাচ্ছিলেন না, ওনার খাবার সংস্থান ছিল না, সেই অবস্থাতেও কিন্তু উনি ছেড়ে দেননি, শুধুমাত্র একটাই কারণে, কারণ ওনার নিজের প্রতি বিশ্বাস ছিল এবং উনি মনে করতেন একদিন না একদিন উনি কিছু একটা করবে। সবাই স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ নয় এই উত্তর আপনারা দিতে পারেন, কিন্তু তখন মনে রাখতে হবে স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের মধ্যে যে ওই স্পার্ক বা ঝিলিকটা ছিল, সেই শিখাটা কিন্তু আমাদের সবার মধ্যেই আছে। ওই শিখাটাকেই প্রজ্বলিত করে বড় আলো করে সমাজের মধ্যে ছড়িয়ে দিতে হবে। অর্থাৎ হতাশ হওয়ার কিছু নেই, যেটা যাচ্ছে সেটার কথা না ভেবে যেটা আসছে সেটার কথা যদি আমরা ভাবতে পারি, তাহলে এই ভাবটাকে আমরা জয় করতে পারবো। A question from the only lady in the list, Tilottama. She has sent this question: positivity or positive thinking, I mean, does it come with the practice of yoga, or should one practice in combination yoga and positive thinking for better results? What is the practical approach or way to reach a constant state of positivity? Is it only through a balanced practice of body and breath work?
Constant state of positivity is 100% is impossible for any human being, even including the yogis. 100% is not possible. But to the greatest extent we can do by first understanding, not just practicing. Simply practicing becomes a mechanical thing. By understanding the fact that the essence of positivity is you. It is not outside. And it is covered by the vrittis or the movements and the tensions and the distractions of the chitta, which is the mind stuff. So Patanjali defines yoga as yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Now when you say yogas chitta vritti nirodha, he is not saying that there you have to stand on your head for a long time and shake your legs and then you will get chitta vritti. No. When he says chittavritti, he says there are ways and means by which the body can be made more healthy, the mind can be made more healthy, and then we know how to handle the mind stuff so that it's free of its distractions and fluctuations. So, what happens when the fluctuations are gone? Then the mind becomes in its pure sattvic state. When it becomes pure, calm and tranquil in its sattvic state, then it reflects, actually then it is no different from the Purusha. Now what is Purusha in yogic and the Sankhya terminology? Is the essence of consciousness of all human beings. And that itself is positive, there is nothing negative about it. So when you find that, then there are chances, almost 99% chances, that there is no reason for you to fall into depression, because you have found out that in true essence it is the Purusha, which itself is the essence of all positivity and which is there, right there in your mind when it is freed of all distractions. So that is the meaning. So I don't know whether we should combine, the question of whether we should combine positive thinking with the practice of yoga seems a little bit not logical to me, because the practice of yoga itself is a movement towards positivity. There is no need of anything separate on that. You understand what I am trying to say?
অর্থাৎ স্যার যেটা বলতে চাইছেন যে স্থায়ী পজিটিভ অর্থাৎ স্থায়ী ইতিবাচক মনের অবস্থা এইটা একেবারেই সম্ভব না, এটা যদি কেউ বলে সেটা বলা ভুল হবে। কিন্তু আমরা এই সেই সঙ্গে এটাও সত্যি যে যোগা এবং ইতিবাচক চিন্তা বা ইতিবাচক দৃষ্টিভঙ্গি এই দুটোকে আলাদা করে ভাবা, অর্থাৎ দুটোর কম্বিনেশন দরকার কিনা এইরকম ভাবারও কোনো মানে হয় না, কারণ অটোমেটিক্যালি একটার সঙ্গে একটা অন্যান্য অঙ্গভাবে জড়িত। মানে আমরা যদি আজকে যোগা প্র্যাকটিস করি, অভ্যাস করি, তার মধ্যে দিয়ে আমাদের যে যেগুলো ফ্লাকচুয়েশন হয় বডির মধ্যে সেইগুলোকে একটা স্থিরতায় নিয়ে আসতে পারি। এই স্থিরতায় আনলে আমরা যেটাকে বলে পুরুষা, সেই পর্যায়ে যদি আমরা পৌঁছতে পারি তখন মনটা অটোমেটিক মানে একটা স্থিতিশীলতায় পৌঁছে যায়। এই স্থিতাবস্থায় পৌঁছলে মনের মধ্যে থেকে ওই নেতিবাচক চিন্তাগুলো সরে গিয়ে এমনি ইতিবাচক চিন্তা আসতে শুরু করে দেয়। এটাই সংক্ষেপে উনি বলতে চাই। Subroto Chaudhary from Mumbai, a businessman and an entrepreneur. Whatever he has asked has some links to what Sir has answered to the previous question. He wanted to know whether expecting that everything will be positive, is it a crash utopian thought, or is it a myth?
Exactly, that's what I said. It's not what he is saying. I am saying don't expect everything to be positive and everything to be negative. There, in this world of experience, there is both positive and negative. To say that it will always be positive is, of course, utopian. I'm not talking about that. What I'm trying to say is that don't look at everything as negative. Look, and if you want to find real positivity, then you cannot depend on anything outside, you need to find it inside yourself. This is what I am trying to say, that if you go deep within your mind, layer after layer is peeled off, and then you will come to a beautiful quietness, which is, you can't say it is positive or negative, it is that which we actually always seek. It is not an utopian idea, because people who have searched for it have found it. And those who have found it have been able to live in this world which has both positive and negative in a beautiful way. This kind of life is called a life of Karma Yoga. You work, you do your things, but your mind is not challenged, or it's not disturbed by negative outcomes if they happen. And it's not too thrilled when positive outcomes happen. It's in a state of tranquility, which is called Sthita Prajna. To develop that is the process of meditation, spiritual life, everything. So I'm not projecting a world of complete positiveness. This is impossible in this world. This is the first thing that we learn when we get into Vedanta. In this world, there is nothing perfect. Everything is imperfect. So then, is there something perfect? Yes. Your true essence, which is the center of your consciousness, that is. Nothing else is in this world. So if you touch that, then to a great extent you can understand the balance between the positive and the negative in this world and dance through beautifully like a ballet dancer. This is what it is.
যে কথাটা আপনি বলতে চেয়েছেন যে সবকিছুই ইতিবাচক, এটা ঠিকই, এটা সবসময় সম্ভব নয়। আর ইতিবাচক নেতিবাচক দুটোই আছে, দুটো নিয়েই জীবন। Having said that, এটাও সত্যি যে আমাদের মনে যে অনেক স্তর, অনেক পর্যায় আছে, তার সেইগুলোকে যদি আমরা একদম চুলচেরা বিশ্লেষণ করতে করতে একেবারে ভেতরে অর্থাৎ কেন্দ্রে পৌঁছতে পারি, সেইখানে এমন একটা স্তর বা পর্যায় আছে যেটা বোধহয় ওই একেবারে যাকে পিওর ব্লিস বলে, ওই জায়গাটা আমরা পৌঁছতে পারি, ওই একেবারে কেন্দ্রে। সেইটা কেউ কেউ তার সন্ধান পেয়েছেন, ওই সন্ধানটা পেলে এই জায়গাটায় পৌঁছানো সম্ভব। কিন্তু তার মানে এই না যে আমাদের বাস্তব জীবনে সবকিছু ইতিবাচক, ইতি নেতি দুটো নিয়েই চলতে হবে। কিন্তু তার সত্ত্বেও মনের মধ্যে ওই অন্য স্তরগুলোকে সরিয়ে একেবারে গভীরতম পর্যায়ে যে কেন্দ্রটা রয়েছে সেইটার সন্ধান করে যেতে হবে। I hope I have translated it correctly.
I think so. I think you're doing a good job, Shruti. You're translating
Thank
because even though I can't speak Bengali so fluently, I can understand quite well actually. Mm.
The next
So, how
question
much
is
more
from,
time do we have? 10 minutes. We have 10 more minutes.
oh, perfect.
So, within that, we can.
So this question is from Ashok Mukherjee, who is a financial guy, but he has some Ramkrishna background as well. So he says he has gone through various of your writings, and on the site he says you say spirituality basically mean that human being realizes his or her mundane world's limitations. This somewhat detaches someone from the physical world. On the other hand, the positive Vedanta philosophy says that every human has infinite potential to perform their best so as to make this world a better place to live in. This has also been advocated by Swami Vivekananda. Now, while exploring this potential, one has to associate deeply with the physical world and the mundane world, which is ultimately delivery of output to the world. So mundane world has negative content always, which run parallel to positive content. How does one overcome such negativity while crossing the physical world?
Right. I kind of tend to agree with many of the things Mr. Mukhopadhyay is saying. But yeah, that's a question. Yes. Now, for that, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had a beautiful example. We need to have some periods of spiritual practice in solitude, which is possible for all people if they want to do it. Like we want to do, we work very hard, then we say, let's go for 1 year and spend 1 month in a resort where we don't have any of these things in hand. Nowadays it's not so easy because the cell phone has emails coming and so on. But this is a practice which everybody likes to adopt. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, now again, let me come back. So, if you have a preparatory period of spiritual practice before you enter the world, then you can handle both the positive and the negative. If you don't have that preparation, it is rather difficult to handle the negative when it comes. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had a beautiful example. He said, I have applied oil in my hands properly so that when I open the jackfruit, nothing sticks into my fingers. In the ancient times, we had this period of brahmacharya where people used to meditate and figure out for themselves where is the essence of positivity, where is the Atma, and so on. And when they came out of the brahmacharya period and entered the life of the world, which is grahastha, basically, grahastha need not mean married, it means life of this world, material world. They had already prepared themselves to go in so that the negative would not stick to their fingers because they had put the oil of spiritual practice in their hands. Unfortunately, today we don't have that situation. So, therefore, we should, as much as possible, spend periods of solitude. This lockdown is a beautiful time to apply the oil of dharma and the oil of meditation and the oil of understanding in our hands, so that when the lockdown is lifted, we go back into this stark world of good and evil, depression and positive and both. Then when you open the jackfruit of the world, then it won't stick to our hands. And this is quoted from the same roots from which he comes from, which is the Ramakrishna Vivekananda tradition. This is Sri Ramakrishna's own words. I think we should give heed to these things. Okay?
রামকৃষ্ণ পরমহংসের উদাহরণ দিয়ে উনি বোঝাতে চাইলেন যে উনি যেমন বলতেন সবকিছুরই একটা প্রস্তুতি পর্ব থাকে, অর্থাৎ কাঁঠালটা হাত দিয়ে কাটা বা তার যে কাঁঠালের একটা আঠা থাকে, আমরা হাতে যদি আগে তেলটা মালিশ করে রাখি তাহলে ওই কাঁঠালের আঠাটা লাগে না। তেমনি আগেকার দিনে যারা ব্রহ্মচর্য অভ্যাস করে ব্রহ্মচর্যের পর্যায়টা পেরিয়ে গার্হস্থ্যে প্রবেশ করতেন, গার্হস্থ্য মানে শুধু বৈবাহিক জীবন নয়, সাংসারিক জীবন বা পৃথিবীর যে বৃহত্তর জগৎ সেইখানে প্রবেশ করা, তখন তাদের আর ওই প্রস্তুতিটা থাকতো বলে কাঁঠালের আঠা যেটাকে বলে সেইগুলো লাগতো না। আমাদেরও আজকে এই যে শাটিন বা লকডাউনের যে পিরিয়ডটা চলছে তার মধ্যে যদি আমরা হাতে ওই ধর্মের যে তেল সেইটাকে হাতে মালিশ করে রাখতে পারি, তাহলে যেটা হবে যখন লকডাউন উঠবে তখন আমরা যখন বৃহত্তর জগতে প্রবেশ করব, তখন আর ওই যে নেগেটিভ যে জিনিসগুলো, নেতিবাচক যে দিকগুলো সমাজে, সেগুলো আমাদের স্পর্শ করতে পারবে না। আপনি যেহেতু রামকৃষ্ণ বিবেকানন্দ দিয়ে থেকে এসেছেন, তাই পরমহংস রামকৃষ্ণ উদাহরণ দিয়ে উনি আপনাকে এটা বোঝাতে চাইলেন। The next question is from Soumendu Chatterjee. He says that in the current situation, the kind of things we are practicing, this is also bringing back untouchability in some way, because we are afraid of, we are not going and meeting people who have been infected by this virus. Even close relatives are not being allowed to touch them and be part of that funeral procession and all that. So isn't it bringing back untouchability in some ways?
Yeah, this word untouchability is a very bad word. If you don't practice untouchability now, you're going to die. So, at one time, probably they had this for some reason. Today, that reason is gone. In social circumstances, we don't need that. But today, in this special circumstances, we need to practice this untouchability. But if that brings you bad memories, don't use that word. Use the word social distancing. There is no way out. If you don't practice, you're going to be infected. And it doesn't apply to any caste, creed, everybody. It's not as if you should not touch a Shudra or somebody else. Even a Brahmin cannot touch another Brahmin because he'll get caught. So this is not that kind of untouchability, caste-wise. It's something to do with a practical, scientific untouchability. So better to call it social distancing, if it brings bad memories of the past, which I also don't like, of course.
We'll quickly go to the next question from Somdev Banerjee, who always comes with the most critical question. He says that quarter part of one's life goes into hot pursuit of all those mundane pleasure, comforts, money, fame, etc. But eventually he realized that there is a world, universe beyond that domain. So what should we do to prevent falling into this trap in our next life? Is there a kind of spiritual practice?
Now this is the last question. Now this is a wonderful last question, because this is something, while we are in the greatest of luxuries and enjoying everything, we must keep in mind that this can come to an end at any time. Now, if it comes to an end, what do we do? Where do we hold on to? Then the thought occurs to you that there is something that you can hold on to, which is your own inner self, which is not affected by any of these things. So, it will be nice while we live in luxury and enjoy everything to give some thought to this, so that the thought doesn't have to wait till there is an emergency. Now that there is an emergency, is the right time to think about that. And while this lockdown is open and while you begin life again and begin all your enjoyments and things like that, somewhere in the mind keep this thought that this is something which we cannot make it for granted. It can go at any time. If it goes for any time, who is there? I am there. Even as a human being, let's forget about the Atma, I am there. Now if I am there, and even if all this is gone, is there something in me, some element in me which I can hold on to and which I can enjoy? That is my inner self. So it's about time to start studying about this. I would recommend that there are these complete works of Swami Vivekananda, beautiful books. Buy them, keep them. While you do your work, read at least 10 pages or 4 pages every day. That will help you to understand this and prevent you from falling into the hands of frauds. There are many imposters now who call themselves gurus. So it's better that you start reading this. Huh? So, thank you very much, Ritvik ji. Namaskar. It was a
Thank
wonderful
you.
session. Anything personal, we can
Yes.
always contact on email, not to worry. Okay?
We'll have many more such sessions. We'll have
We'll
many
try.
more such
We'll
sessions.
see how it goes. I think it is a good session, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On the 21st also, we're
Okay.
going to have
Sure, sure,
in the next part.
sure.
of
Namaskar.